People looking to relocate, move to the Wichita area, surrounding areas. Hey James, how's the weather? How's the weather down there, up there, wherever you're coming from? How's the weather? Well, we're getting ready to dive into it right now. Make sure you stay till the end because there's some pretty important stuff if you are looking to move and or relocate to the Wichita area. We're getting ready to deep dive into it right now. Do me a solid. If you're getting any value out of this, if you're just about ready to eat, sleep, play Wichita, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever we push the content out for you. We are helping people every day and we love it. Question, make sure and shoot a call, send a text, email, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, whatever you got to do to make sure you get your questions answered. If you're ready to eat, sleep, play Wichita, we are getting ready to dive into it right now. All right, so the weather. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but here in Wichita, we are part of what they call Tornado Alley. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, I believe Missouri are all part of Tornado Alley. If you ask, you might get different answers on, when that activity is most prevalent. If you ask me, I'm going to say March to September. Your heavier activity is going to be from March to June. So, what's this mean? What's this mean for me? What's this mean for you? I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but Andover, one of our suburbs, just got hit by a tornado not too long ago. Did some damage. They're still cleaning up. So, this is something you don't want to take lightly. Don't sleep on this. If you're living here or if you're looking to live here, you need to make sure you're prepared. You want to be prepared. So what's this entail? Well, sit down with your family, have that conversation. It might be a little awkward, but have a plan. Have a designated spot everybody knows about. It would also be helpful to have yourself kind of a little to-go bag or, a cooler, with your stuff. What kind of stuff? Bottled water, non-perishable items. If you're throwing canned food in there, make sure you put the can opener in there. Have a bag for your important documents. Anything that's important. Social security cards, any other important information. Just have that readily available. So you know where your stuff's at. If it's going down, throw your stuff in there and you're good to go. Other items, one thing that we actually just purchased was one of those emergency radios and runs off of one of those emergency radios that you can charge up so you don't have to worry about plugging it in to an outlet to use it. You can also charge your phones off of it. So should the power go out, you're good to go. Make sure that stuff's charged up. Make sure you're checking periodically on your food items. Make sure that stuff's not expired. Replace it if it is. Some other items, maybe blankets, pillows, stuff like that. But you can always add other stuff into that as well. I would just make sure you had that to-go bag or container with those items just in case. You don't want to have to worry about that stuff afterwards or in the moment, going without, say the power's out or you can't get to it. So just make sure you got a little bit of stuff. I'd say if you're going to do water, you want to have at least a gallon per person. You're going to need water, brush your teeth and all that good stuff. So if it's something that causes a lot of damage, just make sure you have adequate supplies. If this is a situation where the place you're living at in question gets destroyed, if all that stuff's gone, you want to make sure you are prepared. You don't want to have to worry about this stuff in the moment or afterwards, because when this stuff happens, all that stuff gets bought up. Panic buy. So, we're not called the Tornado Alley for nothing. We had the one in Andover. It cut through Derby into Andover. There was one down in Oaklawn. years back, and a whole bunch of houses got destroyed. I was actually living down there at the time, living with my mom and stepdad, and that was scary stuff. Oak Lawn's located down the southern end of Wichita, right before you get into Derby. There was Oak Lawn, and then there was this little trailer park afterwards, and it was a mess. It was a mess. They had the fire squad going in there, doing their thing, tagging the doors, letting people know how many people were in there, if there were any fatalities, all that stuff. And that's scary stuff. You're in that moment, your life's uprooted. You know, they're not letting people in. You have to live there, and they're not really keen on you taking your stuff with you. I had a moment like that. I kind of freaked out. They let us in. I went and grabbed all my stuff, threw it in my car, and I'm getting stopped by another cop. And I'll be honest with you, I took off. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving my stuff here. I'm taking it with me. So, I mean, you don't want to be in a situation like that, you know? It's, just be prepared. That's all I'm going to say. So, other than tornadoes, you know, we do have that crazy weather. You know, it wasn't too long ago, you know, we were getting the rain, a lot of rain. And we have spots where in town where the elevation is a little lower. So you have those intersections that will flood. You know, what do people do? They get told, hey, don't drown, turn around. No, these guys are hauling through it. You know, just have that plan, you know. With that elevation, with the type of soil we have around here, with a lot of like clay soil and other couple types, you know, people were seeing water in their basement, and this is a problem. You know, you don't want to deal with that when you're going through and getting a home inspection and they start talking about negative drainage, cleaning your gutters, all that stuff. You got to take that seriously. I mean, I get it. I don't want to clean gutters, but it's important. You keep up on that stuff, so when the rain does come, you're not getting water in the basement. You know, snow. You know, we get our fair share of snow. It wasn't too long ago, I can tell you, that it got so cold. It was, I want to say, like -20, -30 out. And me and a colleague of mine were, you know, warning people, hey, open your cabinets, you know, all these little tips and tricks to, you know, stop their pipes from freezing. People weren't listening. So what happened? Oh, their pipes busted. Well, that's more money you got to spend. You know, you don't want to be without that stuff. Just do what you got to do. Take care of things. Be prepared. You know, it's not much different just having that kit together. You know, the water, the non-perishable foods, you know, that emergency radio, some blankets, you know, a bag for your important documents, you know, stuff like that. Just, you know, just be prepared. Bottom line, be prepared. So, you know, like I've been saying, we get our fair share of crazy weather. Just be prepared, listen, and actually do what they're suggesting. You know, you should be fine. But, you know, it's still a great place to live. I mean, that stuff doesn't happen all the time. So, you know, if you're not scared, this doesn't deter you, feel free to reach out, call me, text, you know, email, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, whatever you got to do. You got questions, I got answers. Also, like, comment, subscribe. Leave that comment. Let me know what you think, what questions you have. You know, if it's a good question, I might just talk about it on another video. Well, we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take it easy.